Can I ask you something a little personal, my friend? Something that perhaps you felt deep down, but maybe just shrugged off as getting old? Have you ever noticed that even though you take your daily walks, even though you try to stay active, getting out of that deep, comfortable sofa or that low car seat feels a little harder than it did just last year? That small grunt you make, that extra push with your hands on your knees. It's a tiny signal, but it speaks volumes. Many people, maybe even you, think this stiffness, this subtle loss of power, this feeling of an engine slowly losing its kick is just a normal, unavoidable part of getting older. It's what the world tells you, right? Ah, you're not as young as you used to be. But what if I told you, my compadre, that the very exercise you've been relying on, the daily ritual you believe is your shield against time, might actually be the silent accomplice in this gradual erosion of your independence? I am Dr. Jonathan Miller, and today we are going to expose a truth, a powerful, vital truth, that the billion-dollar fitness industry, with all its fancy gyms and complicated machines, absolutely doesn't want you to hear. It's a truth that could redefine your golden years, transforming them from a slow decline into a vibrant, powerful resurgence. If you've experienced this heavy leg feeling, this curious sense of dragging your own weight, despite lacing up your shoes and walking every single day, please comment one below. Let me know you're feeling this. If not, leave a 0. I'd love to hear your story either way, because every man's journey is unique, and every man deserves to live with power and purpose. And if this message, this urgent call to reclaim your strength, resonates with that warrior spirit inside you, please subscribe and ring that bell notification so we don't lose touch. Your health, your vitality, your independence, they are far too important to leave to chance or to the outdated advice of the masses. This isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years, making every single one count with strength, clarity, and unshakable confidence. You see, my friend, for your entire life, you have been sold a half-truth, a cleverly disguised lie about what true, meaningful exercise means after 60. Every doctor, every glossy fitness magazine, every well-meaning family member who loves you dearly has probably told you the same comforting, yet ultimately misleading mantra. Just get your steps in. They claim 10,000 steps a day. That magic number plucked from a marketing campaign is the golden ticket to health, the ultimate hack for eternal youth. They tell you to walk, 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 and the rest will follow. But here is the biological reality, a powerful, undeniable truth that orthopedic surgeons have known for decades, quiet whispers in the halls of medical science, but rarely, if ever, talk about publicly. And it's a truth that impacts your virility, your energy, your very sense of self. Walking is, without a doubt, wonderful for your heart, your cardiovascular engine. It keeps the blood flowing, the lungs working, and provides a gentle, low-impact form of activity. But here's the kicker. Walking does almost nothing for the silent predator that is relentlessly attacking your body, specifically after you hit that crucial milestone of age 60. This predator has a name, a medical term that sounds complicated, but whose effects are brutally simple: sarcopenia. Think of it as the invisible rust eating away at the powerful machinery of your body. Sarcopenia is the clinical, precise medical term for age-related muscle loss. It's not just a little softening, it's a fundamental degradation of the very tissues that hold you upright, that power your movements, that give you the strength to live life on your terms. Let's use an analogy that speaks to a man's core, to his understanding of powerful machines. Think of your muscles, especially those in your legs and core, as the mighty engine of a classic pickup truck, perhaps one you've owned and cherished for decades. Walking is like driving that truck on a perfectly flat, well-maintained highway. It keeps the battery charged, the oil circulating, and the tires spinning smoothly. It's good maintenance. But here's the critical distinction. Driving on a flat highway doesn't strengthen the engine. It doesn't ask the engine to climb steep hills, to carry heavy loads, to push against significant resistance. It doesn't build raw horsepower. And as we age, my friend, we don't just lose strength in a vague, general sense. We lose the very muscle tissue itself, the precious high-octane engine block that keeps us upright, keeps us mobile, and keeps us truly independent. This isn't just about looking good in a shirt. It's about the fundamental ability to navigate your world with grace and power, to tackle daily challenges without a second thought. This is about preserving your essence, your masculine vitality, well into your golden years. It's about ensuring your internal engine isn't just running, but roaring with renewed vigor. The facts, my friend, are undeniable, stark, and frankly, a bit unsettling if you've been relying solely on walking. This condition, sarcopenia, this insidious thief of strength, steals roughly 3 to 5% of your precious muscle mass every single decade after you hit the big 3 to 0. Think about that for a moment. By the time you reach 70, a decade, many of you are either approaching or have already embraced. You may have lost a staggering 30% of your total strength. Not just a little bit, but nearly a third of your power. That's like your classic pickup truck losing a third of its engine cylinders. It might still run, but it's struggling, wheezing, and certainly not ready for any real work. This isn't just about not having big, bulging muscles, a vanity metric for the youngsters. This is about the cold, hard reality of needing a walker, the creeping immobility that can trap you in your own home, and eventually, the devastating loss of being able to get out of bed without help. It's about losing the ability to simply get up, move, and participate in life with the full autonomy you've worked so hard to earn. I remember a patient of mine, David, a man much like you, a 8-year-old retired teacher, sharp as a tack, who prided himself on his discipline. Every morning, without fail, he walked 3 miles, rain or shine. He thought he was doing everything right, following the advice, getting his steps in. Then, one crisp morning, a seemingly innocuous moment, he slipped while getting his morning newspaper, perhaps on a patch of dew or an uneven stone, because his leg muscles had withered silently, despite all that walking, because they weren't conditioned for explosive reactive strength. He couldn't catch himself. It was a simple slip, but the consequence was catastrophic. That one fall led to a hip fracture, a common enemy of the aging man, and within 6 short months, David lost the independence he had worked his entire life to enjoy. His daily walks, his years of effort, seemed to vanish in an instant, leaving him reliant on others. This isn't a rare story. It's a silent epidemic affecting men who genuinely believe they are staying fit. I am not here to scare you, my friend. I am here to shield you, to equip you with the knowledge and the hacks to fortify your body and mind against this silent invasion. Because here's the powerful counterpunch, the vital piece of information that changes everything. A groundbreaking study from the University of Missouri, published just last year in 2023, found something truly revolutionary. Adults over 60 who performed specific, targeted, seated exercises showed a phenomenal 27% greater improvement in strength than those who only walked 27%. Think about that number. That is the monumental difference between effortlessly lifting your grandchildren into your arms feeling their joyful weight, and struggling, perhaps even giving up on lifting a simple gallon of milk from the grocery bag. It's the difference between confidently stepping over obstacles and constantly fearing a trip. It's the difference between feeling like a vital, capable man and feeling diminished. Are you ready, my friend, to stop being lied to strip away the misinformation, and start building your body's daily shield, a fortress of strength and independence that will serve you for decades to come? Are you ready to reclaim that raw, masculine power? So, my friend, if you're ready to stop playing by old, outdated rules and start winning the game of aging with power and grace, let's dive into the movements that are actually going to restore your power, your vitality, and your unshakable independence. These are not just exercises in the conventional, monotonous sense. Think of them as precise medical prescriptions, potent elixirs for your muscles and mind that you can perform right in the comfort of your living room, without fancy equipment, without a gym membership, and without feeling intimidated. They are the hacks, the quick tricks that deliver maximum impact for minimal effort, designed specifically for the discerning man who values efficiency and results. And listen closely, because some of these will directly boost your circulation, much like a refreshing cold drink on a hot day, invigorating your entire system. Let us start with the muscle group that most people, even the dedicated walkers, completely ignore. And that ignorance, my friend, is costing them their independence, their energy, and even their safety. We're talking about your calf muscles. Often overlooked, these powerful, yet frequently neglected, muscles in your lower legs are responsible for something doctors call the venous pump. This isn't just a fancy term. It's a critical mechanism for your entire body's health, a natural circulation booster you have right under your skin. Every single time you contract these calf muscles, when you rise onto your toes, when you push off the ground, they act like a powerful internal pump, squeezing the deep veins in your lower legs and literally pushing blood back up toward your heart. Think of them as mini hearts in your calves, tirelessly working against gravity. This venous pump is absolutely critical because blood has to fight a constant uphill battle against gravity to return from your feet, those furthest extremities, all the way back to your central command center. Without strong, active calf muscles, that precious blood, laden with oxygen and nutrients, struggles to make the journey. What happens then? Blood starts to pool in your lower extremities. This leads to a whole host of uncomfortable and potentially dangerous issues. Chronic swelling in your ankles and feet, the unsightly and often painful appearance of varicose veins, and perhaps most critically, a significantly increased risk of dangerous blood clots, those silent killers that can travel to your lungs or brain. We're talking about real, tangible risks here, not just cosmetic concerns. But here's the hack: the scientific proof that simple movements can yield incredible results. A robust study published in the prestigious Journal of Applied Physiology in 2021 found that seniors who specifically performed seated calf raises showed a remarkable 41% improvement in blood return efficiency. 41%. That's not a small tweak. That's a massive upgrade to your internal plumbing system, a natural boost to your circulation that rivals any fancy pill or elaborate therapy. While walking does engage your calves to some degree, it doesn't isolate them, doesn't force them to perform that deep, powerful squeeze like this seated movement does. Walking is a general activity. This is targeted, surgical precision for your circulation. To perform this correctly, and trust me, the simplicity is part of its genius. Sit in a sturdy chair, one that won't wobble, with your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Now, with control and focus, press through the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high off the ground as possible. Imagine you're trying to touch your heel to the ceiling. Hold that peak contraction for 2 full, powerful seconds. Feel that intense squeeze in your calf muscles? That, my friend, is your venous pump firing on all cylinders, pushing life-giving blood upwards. Lower slowly with deliberate control, allowing the muscles to stretch fully. Start with 15 repetitions and perform this simple yet profoundly effective movement twice a day. Surgeons, the masters of precision and safety, love this exercise because it puts zero stress on your hips or knees, preserving those vital joints, but it places 100% targeted effort into supercharging your circulation. It's like giving your body an internal cold shower, an invigorating rush of blood flow that leaves your legs feeling lighter, more alive, and less prone to the common ailments of aging. This is a true vitality hack, making your legs feel like they did in your younger days, ready for action. Now, my friend, let's talk about the muscle that truly determines your daily freedom, the one that dictates whether you can climb a flight of stairs with ease, confidently step onto a curb, or, crucially, stand up from a toilet or a low armchair without that familiar struggle, without having to brace yourself against everything around you. We're talking about your quadriceps, the large, powerful muscles spanning the front of your thighs. These are your foundational pillars of power, the shock absorbers and prime movers of your lower body, essential for maintaining that masculine vigor and effortless movement. Research from the prestigious University of Vermont has uncovered a sobering truth. Adults over 60 lose quadriceps strength at nearly double the rate of younger adults. Double. Think about that silent, accelerated decline. If you don't actively ask these muscles to work against resistance, to truly engage and challenge them, they simply follow a biological imperative. They shrink, they wither, slowly but relentlessly, diminishing your power bit by bit. This isn't just theory. It's the lived experience of countless men who feel their legs weakening, their stability wavering, their confidence shrinking with every passing year. Walking on flat ground, while good for your heart, barely activates your quads in a meaningful way to build and maintain strength. It's like gently tapping the gas pedal of that pickup truck. It moves, but the engine isn't truly working, isn't getting stronger. But here's the game changer, the simple yet incredibly potent hack to reverse this trend: seated knee extensions. This exercise forces your quadriceps to lift the weight of your leg against gravity, providing the essential resistance needed to stimulate growth and power. It's direct, it's effective, and it's surprisingly gentle on your joints. To do this, my friend, sit tall and proud in your sturdy chair, spine straight, shoulders relaxed. Now, extend one leg out in front of you slowly and deliberately until your knee is completely locked, feeling that full extension. As you do this, point your toes towards the ceiling, really activating the muscle, and then squeeze that thigh muscle as hard as you can. Imagine you're trying to crush a walnut between your thigh and knee. Hold that intense squeeze for 3 solid seconds. You should feel a slight burn, a deep engagement. That's the feeling of your muscles waking up, getting stronger, rebuilding. Then, lower your legs slowly, with exquisite control, over a count of 4. Don't just let it drop. Resist gravity all the way down. A pivotal 2023 study showed that focusing intently on this squeeze, this mindful contraction, led to an astonishing 31% more strength gain compared to just going through the motions. That's the power of intention, the hack of focused effort. Strong quads, my friend, act like natural shock absorbers for your knees. They stabilize the joint, bear the brunt of impact, and protect the delicate cartilage and ligaments within. If you want to protect your joints from the grinding pain of arthritis, if you want to keep your knees feeling youthful and mobile, you absolutely must strengthen the powerful muscles surrounding them. This isn't just about movement. It's about longevity for your joints, preserving your ability to move freely and without pain for decades to come. Think of it as investing in the future of your mobility. And as an added bonus, strengthening your quads contributes to improved circulation in your thighs, assisting that blood flow back to your heart, much like those invigorating cold splashes we talk about, giving you an overall feeling of robust vitality. Before we move to the next vital exercise, which targets a muscle group you probably forgot existed, a true unsung hero of your independence. Please, my friend, take a moment to hit that like button. It's a small, quick action for you, but it's a powerful signal to the algorithms. It helps us reach more incredible men like yourself, more seniors who desperately need this life-changing information, this blueprint for renewed strength and freedom. We are building a community of empowered men, a brotherhood of vitality, and your simple click helps expand our reach. Your gesture can be the ripple that saves another man from the silent erosion of sarcopenia. Now, we are moving into the territory that orthopedic surgeons, those masters of musculoskeletal mechanics, call the independence zone. This is where the rubber meets the road, where the difference between thriving and merely surviving truly manifests. If you want to stay out of a wheelchair, if you want to maintain that proud, upright posture that signals confidence and strength, and keep your spine straight and powerful well into your advanced years, these next two movements are not just recommendations. They are non-negotiable, essential pillars of your daily shield. These are the foundations of truly owning your space, your body, and your future. Let's talk about a silent powerhouse, a hidden hero in your quest for enduring independence. Exercise No. 3. The seated hip marches. Your hip flexors, those deep, often ignored muscles at the front of your hips, are the clandestine controllers of your walking ability, the unsung maestros of your stride. These powerful yet often neglected muscles are what lift your thigh every single time you take a step, every time you ascend a stair, every time you navigate an uneven surface. They are the engine of your gait, the spring in your step. When these crucial muscles weaken, and they do, silently, insidiously, with every year of inactivity or insufficient challenge, your entire gait changes. You start shuffling your feet, my friend. Your feet barely clear the ground, transforming your confident stride into a hesitant scrape. This is precisely why so many seniors, even those who consider themselves active, trip over something as innocuous as a rug, a small crack in the sidewalk, or a low threshold. It's not always about balance. Often, it's about the inability of your hip flexors to lift your foot high enough, fast enough, to clear the obstruction. They simply don't have the horsepower. A landmark study from the renowned Mayo Clinic in 2022 unveiled a stark truth. Hip flexor weakness was identified as the single greatest predictor of fall risk among older adults. The participants in the study with the weakest hips were a staggering 4 times more likely to experience a devastating fall. 4 times. That's not a statistic to dismiss. It's a thunderclap warning. A fall, as we know, can be the swift, brutal end of independence, spiraling into a cascade of other health issues, fracturing not just bones but spirits. This revelation isn't meant to frighten you. It is meant to motivate you, to ignite that spark of self-preservation, that desire for unshakable autonomy, to perform seated hip marches, a simple yet profoundly impactful hack. Sit firmly on the front half of your sturdy chair, maintaining an upright, confident posture. Imagine a string pulling your head towards the ceiling, keeping your spine tall and proud. Now, with control and intention, lift your right knee toward your chest as high as you comfortably can, engaging those deep hip muscles. Hold it at the top for 2 full, powerful seconds. Feel that deep work in the very front of your hip? That's your body rebuilding, reinforcing its foundation, Lower it slowly, with deliberate control, back to the starting position. Alternate legs, performing the same controlled lift with your left knee. The slower you go, both up and down, the more you challenge those muscles, the more you protect yourself from becoming a statistic. Strong hip flexors mean you can step over obstacles with unwavering confidence, navigate uneven terrain with the agility of a younger man, and maintain that dignified, independent stride. It's a simple hack for profound freedom. And as a bonus, this movement also invigorates the blood flow to your core and groin, helping to maintain vitality in areas often neglected, acting like an internal cold splash, stimulating circulation where it matters most for a man's overall well-being. Now, let's address another silent betrayer of strength and vitality, one that often manifests visually: exercise. No. 2. Seated rows with a resistance band. Have you noticed your shoulders subtly rounding forward over the years? Perhaps a slight hunch developing in your upper back, that unmistakable curve that seems to steal inches from your height and years from your posture. Doctors have a medical term for this kyphosis, but you, my friend, might know it simply as the dreaded old age slouch. This isn't just a cosmetic concern, a minor flaw in appearance. This hunching isn't benign. It actively compresses your lungs, making deep, restorative breathing harder, robbing your body of vital oxygen. And critically, it shifts your center of gravity forward, making you inherently more unstable and, once again, significantly more likely to fall. It's a recipe for diminished health and increased risk. Here's the stark truth about walking in relation to this posture problem. Walking, by its very nature, does absolutely nothing for these crucial posterior chain muscles, the ones in your upper back and shoulders that are responsible for holding you upright. When you walk, your arms mostly just hang there, providing little to no resistance or engagement for these vital postural muscles. They remain dormant, allowing the insidious forward slump to continue unimpeded. But there's a powerful, simple hack to combat this. A compelling 2021 study showed that seniors who performed seated rows specifically improved their posture by an average of 8 degrees in just 6 months. 8 degrees. That's a significant visual and functional improvement, reclaiming height and confidence. To perform this, my friend, secure a resistance band around your feet, creating that crucial resistance. Sit tall and proud in your chair, maintaining that imagined string pulling your head upwards. Now, pull your elbows back, powerfully, squeezing your shoulder blades together as if you're trying to pinch a pencil between them. Feel that deep, satisfying contraction in your upper back muscles. That's your body fighting against the slouch. Hold that powerful squeeze for 2 seconds, truly feeling the muscles work. Release slowly and with control, allowing your arms to extend forward again, but always maintaining tension on the band. This exercise acts like the guy wires on a sturdy tent, pulling your spine back into perfect, powerful alignment. It not only clears that persistent neck and shoulder pain that often accompanies poor posture, but also opens up your chest, allowing you to breathe deeply again, filling your lungs with life-giving air, revitalizing every cell in your body. This is a profound hack for regaining not just physical stature, but also internal vitality and external confidence. Before we unveil the number one exercise, the ultimate hack, the single movement that surgeons are prescribing more than any other, the one that serves as a powerful predictor of how long you will live, and more importantly, how well you will live. I want to ask you, my friend, have you noticed your posture changing over the years? That subtle rounding, that feeling of shrinking, or perhaps a persistent ache in your upper back or neck that just won't go away? Share your story, your observations, your challenges in the comments below. We are all in this together. a community of men dedicated to defying the conventional narrative of aging, supporting each other in our quest for enduring strength and vitality. Your honesty helps us all. This brings us, my friend, to the apex of our seated strength arsenal, to the most important exercise of all. If you only do one exercise for the rest of your life, if you choose just one hack to integrate into your daily routine to guarantee your independence and vigor, let it be this one. Surgeons, the custodians of our skeletal and muscular health, are prescribing this movement with an urgency that speaks volumes about its profound impact. This is exercise no. 1. Sit to stand squats. The sit to stand squat is not just an exercise. It is a profound diagnostic test for longevity. It is a biological barometer, a simple yet powerful indicator of your body's overall functional strength and your future health trajectory. Consider this. A famous and widely cited study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology followed over 2,000 adults, tracking their health and functional capabilities over many years. Their findings were stark, undeniable, and frankly, a wake-up call for any man over 60. Those who struggled to rise from a seated position without using their hands for support, those who had to push off their knees or brace themselves against furniture, were a shocking 5 times more likely to die during the study period, compared to those who could rise easily and unassisted. 5 times. This isn't about looking good. It's about life and death, my friend. About the fundamental capacity of your body to sustain itself. Why is this single movement so critically important? Because this single movement engages every major muscle group in your lower body in perfect, synergistic harmony. Your powerful quadriceps on the front of your thighs, your mighty glutes, the engine of your posterior chain, your calf muscles, your venous pump, keeping that circulation humming, and your core all work together, integrating strength, balance, and coordination. It's a symphony of power, a holistic test of your functional fitness. It's a hack that trains your entire lower body system simultaneously, efficiently, and effectively. But here's the miracle, the additional layer of profound benefit that makes this exercise truly revolutionary, especially for men navigating the challenges of aging. That same 2023 study we mentioned earlier, the one that proved the superiority of seated exercises, found that this specific exercise, the sit-to-stand squat, increased bone density in the hips by an incredible 19%. 19%. This is not merely slowing bone loss. This is rebuilding bone, making it stronger, denser, more resilient. Stronger bones mean you aren't just living longer. You are living without the constant, gnawing fear of a debilitating fracture, that single event that can steal your independence in an instant. It's about building an unshakable skeletal foundation, ensuring your internal structure is as robust as your muscles. This is a direct defense against osteoporosis, a silent enemy for many men. To perform this ultimate hack correctly, with maximum benefit and safety, start seated in a sturdy chair, one that won't slide or wobble. To ensure you're truly engaging your core and legs, cross your arms over your chest. This prevents you from cheating by pushing off with your hands or using momentum. Lean forward slightly, engaging your core, and then powerfully push through your heels, driving yourself upwards until you are standing completely upright. Now, here is the secret, the critical phase where true strength is reborn, where the muscle fibers are challenged most deeply. Lower yourself back down as slowly as humanly possible. Take 4 full, deliberate seconds to reach the seat of the chair, resisting gravity all the way. Control is paramount. That slow, controlled descent is where your strength is truly forged, where new muscle fibers are recruited, where your body learns to manage its own weight with profound power and stability. It's a mindful movement, a deliberate act of self-mastery. I want you to believe, my friend, with every fiber of your being, that you can be healthy again, strong again, regardless of your age, regardless of the years on your calendar. Your body is incredibly wise. It is a resilient machine, a living testament to endurance, and it is waiting, patiently waiting, for the right signals, the right stimulus, to grow strong again, to rebuild, to regenerate. Walking is your friend, a good companion for your heart. But these 5 chair exercises, these focused, strategic hacks, they are your protectors. They are the guardians of your independence, the architects of your renewed power. By spending just 15 minutes, 3 times a week, a mere fraction of your time, you are actively building an impenetrable shield against the silent thief of muscle loss, sarcopenia. You are choosing to be the grandparent who can effortlessly play on the floor with their grandchildren, full of life and energy. You are choosing to be the traveler who can confidently carry their own bags, exploring new horizons without limitation. You are choosing to be the man who stays independent, vibrant, and fully engaged in life, living on his own terms. Your mornings matter, your muscles matter, and most importantly, your health, your future, and your quality of life matter profoundly. If you found value, if this sparked a flicker of hope or determination within you today, please send this video to a friend, a brother, a son, any man your age who needs to hear this urgent message. Let's protect each other, forming an unshakable network of health and vitality. And don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Jonathan Miller for more easy-to-do, surgeon-approved tips, hacks that genuinely transform lives. I have a question for you, my friend. If there was only one thing you could change about your health today, right now, where would you start? Share it below. I read every single word, eager to hear your journey. And stay tuned for our next vital video, the 3 breakfast foods that kill muscle growth after 60. Until then, stand tall, stay strong, and remember, knowledge without action is just a dream. Let's make it a reality. Now that you know the 5 crucial movements, the core hacks to rebuild your strength and vitality, the next logical question, my friend, is often the biggest hurdle. How do you incorporate them into your life without feeling overwhelmed? How do you make them stick, transforming them from good intentions into ingrained habits? I know the feeling. Life is busy, distractions abound. That's why I recommend what I call the commercial break routine. It's a brilliant, almost stealthy way to integrate these powerful exercises without ever feeling like you're carving out extra time from your day. Every time a commercial break comes on your favorite TV show, whether it's the evening news, a classic movie, or a sports game, don't just sit there passively waiting. Instead, stand up and perform just one set of one of these exercises. Think about it. A typical hour-long show has about 15 to 20 minutes of commercials, broken into several short segments. In one commercial break, you can do 15 seated calf raises. In the next, 10 seated knee extensions. By the end of the hour, you've quietly, almost subliminally, completed an entire physical therapy session without even realizing it. No extra time needed, no special equipment, just leveraging time you were already spending. Your armchair, which once symbolized rest, now becomes your personal station of strength. This isn't just a time management hack, it's a psychological hack, turning passive consumption into active, life-affirming self-care. It tricks your brain into doing the work, making exercise feel like a seamless part of your leisure rather than an obligation. It's about being smart, not just breaking a sweat, but, my friend, as with any powerful tool, there are vital rules, 3 crucial guidelines you must follow to protect your joints, maximize your gains, and ensure your journey to renewed strength is safe and sustainable. These are not suggestions. They are mandates for a man who values his well-being above all else. First, and perhaps most importantly, breathe. Never, under any circumstances, hold your breath during the squeeze or exertion phase of any exercise. This is a common, often unconscious mistake, especially among men who might try to power through a movement. Holding your breath, known as the Valsalva maneuver, can cause a sudden, dangerous spike in blood pressure. For men over 60, especially if you have any underlying cardiovascular conditions, this can be incredibly risky, potentially leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, or worse. It's like putting too much pressure into an old vital pipe. Instead, the hack is simple. Exhale as you lift or exert effort, the squeeze phase, and inhale as you lower or release. This controlled breathing not only protects your heart but also helps to oxygenate your muscles more efficiently, making the exercise more effective and invigorating, much like taking a deep, cleansing breath of crisp, cold air. Second, always prioritize quality over quantity. This is not a competition, my friend. This is about precise, deliberate movement, about truly engaging the muscles, performing 5 perfect, controlled sit-to-stand squats, feeling every muscle fiber work, lowering slowly, is infinitely better than 20 sloppy, rushed ones where you're relying on momentum or straining your joints. If you feel sharp pain, and I emphasize sharp pain, not the good, healthy burn of working muscles, stop immediately. Listen to your body. It is the most honest, knowledgeable doctor you have. It will tell you if something is wrong. Pushing through sharp pain is a recipe for injury, not strength. Respect its signals and modify the exercise or rest. Your body is a finely tuned machine. Learn to read its dials. Third, embrace the 48-hour rule. This is a fundamental principle of muscle growth that many casual exercisers miss. Your muscles don't actually grow while you are exercising, my friend. The exercise itself is the stimulus, the signal. The real magic, the rebuilding and strengthening, happens while you are resting. During those 24 to 48 hours after a strength session, your muscle fibers repair themselves, thicken, and become stronger than they were before. Give yourself a full day off between heavy strength sessions, especially when you're starting out, to allow those precious fibers to repair and thicken. This isn't laziness. It's smart training. It's allowing your body's natural regenerative processes to do their vital work. It's like letting your engine cool down and parts settle after a strenuous drive. This hack ensures sustainable, consistent progress without burnout or injury. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment, my friend, and imagine yourself 6 months from today. Picture it vividly. You walk into a bustling grocery store, and you don't even think about hunting for the closest parking spot because you know your legs can effortlessly handle the walk. You spot your grandson across the room, and as he runs towards you, you scoop him up into your arms, and for the first time in years, your back doesn't ache. Your knees don't protest. This is the independence dividend that these simple, consistent exercises pay you every single day. It's not just about what you can do. It's about what you don't have to worry about. It's about regaining that feeling of effortless capability, that deep satisfaction of knowing your body is truly yours, a powerful tool at your command. You, my friend, have the power to reverse the clock, to defy the expectations of age, to reclaim that youthful vigor. You have the power to shield your brain and body, forging a future of robust health and unshakable confidence. I am Dr. Jonathan Miller, and it is my profound honor to be on this vital journey with you, guiding you towards a stronger, more independent future. As a doctor, I often tell my patients a simple yet profound truth. Your muscles are the battery, but your brain is the power grid. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a scientific reality, a deep connection between your physical strength and your mental acuity that most people completely overlook. It's the ultimate brain body hack. Did you know, my friend, that when you perform these very chair exercises, when you engage your muscles in purposeful, resisted movement, your muscles release special molecules into your bloodstream? These are called myokines. Scientists, in their quest to understand the miracles of the human body, often refer to these myokines as hope molecules. And for good reason. They are the chemical messengers, the vital signals that connect your physical effort directly to your cognitive health. When these incredible myokines travel through your bloodstream and reach your brain, they don't just idly float by. They act like a natural fertilizer for your neurons, those precious brain cells that control everything from your memory to your mood. They stimulate the growth of new brain cells, enhance the connections between existing ones, and protect them from damage. The impact is profound. They help improve memory, making those forgotten names or misplaced keys a thing of the past. They significantly reduce anxiety, bringing a sense of calm and clarity to your mind. And perhaps most astonishingly, they can even help prevent the onset of debilitating conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia, those silent thieves of the mind that so many men dread. So, when you are doing those powerful sit to stand squats, you aren't just protecting your hips and building strong legs, you are actively building a shield for your memory, a fortress for your cognitive function. You're fueling your power grid, ensuring your brain stays as sharp and capable as your body. It's a two-for-one hack, a holistic investment in your longevity and mental vitality. Imagine every squeeze, every lift, every controlled descent is not just building muscle, but literally growing your brain's capacity, enhancing its resilience, and sharpening your intellect. This is the ultimate preventative medicine, delivered by your own body. However, my friend, there is a crucial catch, a vital piece of the puzzle that, if overlooked, can render all your diligent efforts less effective. You can perform these exercises every day. You can meticulously follow the commercial break routine. You can feel the burn and the satisfaction of movement. But if you don't give your body the raw materials, the essential building blocks it needs to rebuild and strengthen those muscle fibers, you are, quite literally, spinning your wheels. It's like asking your construction crew to build a magnificent fortress without providing them with bricks, mortar, or steel beams. The effort is there, but the tangible results will be diminished, frustratingly slow, or even non-existent. Many seniors, especially men who have always been mindful of their weight or simply don't feel as hungry in the mornings, make the critical mistake of eating a light breakfast, perhaps just a piece of toast, easily digestible and seemingly harmless, or maybe just a cup of coffee, fueling the mind but starving the muscles. This, my friend, is a disaster for muscle growth and recovery. It's an unintentional act of sabotage against your own efforts. To truly repair the tissue you just worked, to allow those hope molecules to have their maximum impact, and to facilitate the actual growth and strengthening of your muscles, your body needs high-quality protein, and it needs it within 60 minutes of finishing your chair routine. This window is critical, like a fleeting opportunity that, if missed, can set back your progress. Think of it like this, using our construction analogy. Your exercise is the hard-working construction crew, breaking down the old, weak structures and stimulating the need for new, stronger ones. But protein, my friend, is the bricks and mortar, the steel and concrete. Without the bricks, without the essential amino acids that protein provides, the crew has nothing to build with. They can work all day, but the fortress will remain unfinished, weak, and vulnerable. This isn't just about feeling full. It's about providing the fundamental biological components necessary for muscle repair and synthesis. It's about smart nutrition that amplifies your efforts, a dietary hack that synergizes perfectly with your physical activity. Ensuring adequate protein intake immediately after your workout is a simple, yet profoundly impactful way to accelerate your results, to make every minute of your chair exercises count for double, and to truly build that powerful shield for both your body and your brain. If you feel tired today, my friend, if the thought of starting something new feels like climbing a mountain, remember this powerful truth. Even a single repetition of one of these exercises is a victory. It's a deliberate act of defiance against the aging process, a testament to your commitment to yourself. Don't fall into the trap of comparing your progress to anyone else's journey. Your path is unique. Instead, compare yourself to the person you were yesterday, or to the person who chose to stay on the couch. Every single movement you make, every controlled squeeze, every slow descent is a step forward, a tangible reclamation of your life. One seated march, one powerful squat at a time. I am incredibly proud of you for simply taking this step, for seeking out this knowledge, and for committing to your own well-being. Let's be honest for a moment, my friend. We're all men of action, but even with the best intentions, it is incredibly easy to forget to exercise. Life, in its beautiful, chaotic way, gets busy. Grandchildren call, demanding your attention and love. Urgent tasks arise. Or sometimes, the truth is simpler. You simply get too comfortable in your favorite chair, that familiar embrace of routine. As a doctor, I hear this sentiment echoed constantly. Doctor, I truly meant to do it. I had every intention, but I just forgot. I want you to know, unequivocally, if you forgot to exercise today, or yesterday, or even for a whole week, you are absolutely not alone. This is not a failure of character, not a sign of weakness. It is simply how our brains, complex and prone to habits, often work. Our minds seek the path of least resistance, the familiar groove. To fix this, to transform intention into consistent action, we need to create what I call your brain's daily shield. The secret, my friend, isn't some elusive, often failing concept called willpower. Willpower is like a muscle that fatigues. It's not a reliable long-term strategy. The true secret, the profound hack, is anchoring. Don't try to find a completely new, isolated time slot in your already packed day for these exercises. That's a recipe for failure. Instead, consciously and deliberately anchor these powerful movements to something you already do every single day without fail. Make them a non-negotiable part of an existing ritual. Think about it. Do your seated calf raises while you wait for your morning coffee to brew. Those precious minutes when you're already standing or sitting by the counter. Do your seated rows, strengthening your posture while you watch the evening news, turning passive viewing into active rejuvenation. Perform your sit-to-stand squats, that king of all movements, right before you sit down for lunch, making it a powerful gateway to your meal. By tying the exercise to a habit you already have, a routine that is ingrained and automatic, you perform a remarkable transformation. You turn your chair, that symbol of comfort and rest, from a mere piece of furniture into a station of strength, a launch pad for renewed vitality. Think of your chair not just as something you sit in, but as a piece of medical equipment, a personal fitness device that costs you absolutely nothing, but pays you back in invaluable dividends of years of healthy, independent life. You don't need an expensive gym membership. You don't need a high-priced personal coach. You just need to decide, consciously and unequivocally, that your independence, your vitality, your ability to live life on your own terms is worth 15 minutes of your day, 3 times a week. That's all it takes, my friend, to fundamentally alter your trajectory. You have spent your entire life taking care of others, your children, your spouse, your career, your community. You've been the provider, the protector, the pillar of strength. Now, it is time for a gentle, yet profoundly powerful, act of self-care. Taking care of your muscles, fortifying your body, isn't selfish. It is, in fact, the most responsible, loving thing you can possibly do for your family. Because when you are strong, when you are mobile, when you are healthy, and when you are vibrant, you are not a burden, you are a blessing. You are fully present. You are an active participant. You are teaching the younger generation by your powerful example that age is just a number, but strength, true, enduring strength, is a conscious choice, a daily commitment to a life well lived. As a surgeon, my friend, I've seen the full spectrum of human resilience and vulnerability, and I can tell you, with the weight of years of experience behind me, that the hardest words I ever have to say to a family are those bleak pronouncements. We are too late. I have seen countless patients, good men and women, who waited. They waited until they had their first fall, that shocking, painful jolt that fractured not just a bone, but their spirit, to take muscle loss seriously. By then, for many, the bone is already brittle, weakened by years of inactivity and diminishing density. The surrounding muscle, the very tissue that should be a protective, dynamic support system, is too withered, too depleted to support a fast, robust recovery. It's a tragedy that so often could have been prevented with a few simple, consistent actions. Every day you choose walking only, believing it's enough, or worse, doing nothing, is a day the silent thief, Sarcopenia, takes a little more of your freedom, a little more of your power, a little more of your ability to fully engage with the world. Think of it like a leak in a vital water tank. If you spot that leak now, when it's small, it's a simple patch, a quick fix. You seal it, and your precious water supply, your vital energy, remains intact. But if you wait until the tank is almost empty, until the leak has become a torrent, you are left in the dark, without resources, facing a much larger, more complex, and often irreversible problem. This isn't just about a future what if. It's about the very real, very present reality of your muscle mass dwindling, inch by silent inch, day by day. I don't want you, my friend, to be the person who looks back 6 months or a year from now, perhaps from a hospital bed or from the confines of a restrictive situation, wishing they had spent those 15 minutes in their chair, wishing they had embraced these simple, powerful hacks. I want you to be the man who stands up with ease, with a spring in his step and a gleam in his eye. I want you to be the man who walks with a steady, confident stride, knowing his body is a capable, reliable machine. I want you to be the man who looks at a daunting flight of stairs, or a challenging hike, or the playful demands of his grandchildren, and thinks, I can handle this. Bring it on. That, my friend, is true freedom. Regardless of your age, whether you are 60, 70, 80, or even 90, your body still possesses an incredible, often underestimated capacity to heal, to adapt, to strengthen. Science, in its relentless pursuit of truth, proves that muscle tissue can strengthen and rebuild even in your centenarian years. The human body is a marvel of resilience, always ready to respond to the right stimulus. The weight of the milk carton, once a struggle, will feel lighter, effortlessly manageable. The insidious, underlying fear of slipping on the bathroom floor or on a wet patch of grass will begin to fade away, replaced by a quiet confidence in your balance and stability. Your posture will open up, becoming taller, more commanding, and you will literally breathe in more of the life you have worked so hard to build, your lungs expanding, your mind clearing. This isn't just about living longer, merely existing for more years. It is about living better, with richer quality, with deeper engagement, with unshakable purpose. It is about being active enough to travel to those destinations you've always dreamed of, strong enough to pursue your passions like gardening, woodworking, or fishing, and present enough with a sharp mind and an energetic body to enjoy every single moment with clarity, vigor, and power. If you are listening to my voice right now, my friend, truly listening, it means you still hold the most profound power of all, the power to change your future. Don't let this be just another video you watch, nodding your head, only to forget its message as soon as it ends. Let this be your first concrete act of self-care today. Leave a comment below, right now, and tell me, I am starting today. When you write it down, when you declare it, you make a powerful promise to yourself. And I, along with this entire community of empowered men, will be here to support you, to cheer you on, to hold you accountable to that vital promise. If you found this information helpful, if it sparked something profound within you, please send this video to your friends, your brothers, your golf buddies, any man who could benefit from this powerful truth. Think of it as a gift of strength, a lifeline of independence. Let's make sure no senior in our circle, no man we care about, has to suffer from a fall or from the slow decline of sarcopenia that could have been prevented with these simple, effective hacks. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Dr. Jonathan Miller and ring that notification bell. We are building a library of health tips, of powerful hacks that are easy to understand, easy to do, and easy to apply, specifically designed for the wise generation, for men like you who deserve to live with full power. I want to leave you with one final thought, a potent truth to carry with you. Your mornings matter, your strength matters, and most importantly, you, my friend, matter deeply. If there was only one thing you could change about your health starting tomorrow, what would it be? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for our next video, where we reveal the silent support system hidden right in your kitchen, a simple dietary hack that transforms your meals into muscle-building fuel. You won't want to miss the title, The 3 Breakfast Foods That Kill Muscle Growth After 60. I am Dr. Jonathan Miller. Protect your brain before it needs saving. Stand tall, stay strong, and I will see you in the next video, ready to continue our journey to enduring power